up, everybody? Welcome to Neal Podcast. I'm Neal.
I'm Neal. If you haven't figured it out by now,
Yes.
I'm Neal.
I'm Neal.
That's Neal.
Yes. All right, let's jump into it. What's been going on with you, man?
Not much, man. I got my glasses on because I had to get my prescription changed. It's been like 2.5 weeks for the contacts. Contacts doesn't come in, so
Oy.
yeah. What did you say? I looked like I was about to start a
Yes.
NPR show.
Yes, you look like you're about to start the next either WBEZ Chicago. This is Neal Kaufman coming with you, a Fresh Air podcast.
Yes, I wanted to thank everyone for coming here today and listen to me talk about the
We're
pigeons.
gonna interview the comptroller of Dallas County about his recent initiative to expedite trash collection for the last quarter.
Yes, yes. So the thing is that we just need more trash bins. We don't have any trash bins. We have recycling bins. They
Interesting.
pick up the recycling from the recycling bins, but they won't let us have the trash bin. So yes, I'm fighting for the city.
So would you say this is more
Yes.
of an appropriations issue, or?
I think it's the fucking white people at the top that just get to run everything. Okay, they need to come down off their high horse, buddy. Okay, so you got me started at 7:45 at night. I'm trying to calm down and go to sleep, but okay. All right, that's enough. So,
Oh
I
my
took
goodness.
it easy this week. Just relax. Nothing too eventful. What about you? You got
I actually coached a bunch of kids yesterday.
Bunch of kids.
Yeah, had a nice grappling tournament.
Your League of Assassins that you're building.
Absolutely,
Okay.
man. You got to start them young, man. If you start them young, they'll follow you anywhere.
Yeah, you can indoctrinate them,
There you-
right? And just it's
Oh yeah,
It
kids
is
did
what it
good
is.
though. I mean, I think we had like 6 or 7 kids compete. I think at least 5 of them won a gold in their division.
They won.
Yeah, they won.
They won.
Actually, I saw the most reckless shit at this tournament.
Did
So
you have to start grabbing kids and
no.
flinging them?
No.
No?
So this okay. So the kids win. You get a medal. It's awesome. It's great. And so about 10 years ago, I noticed this at some tournaments. Kids win. Hey, let's give the kids a sword. It's a martial arts tournament.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Like a real functioning sword, or is
okay,
it
well,
dulled?
so
Okay.
when I first saw this, it was like a toy sword. The edges were dulled, and I think they even like zip tied it so the kids couldn't really pull it out the
unsheath
sheath
it, yeah.
there. I get to this tournament, I'm looking at this knives. They're giving these kids fucking machetes,
Like real?
legit, like light, like usable weapons.
Why?
Because I was standing there and I was looking at it, and I'm just like, that doesn't look like a toy sword to me. So I asked one of the kids. I was like, "Hey, can I see your pull? Can I take
And
this
he
out and take a look at
pulls it out and points it at
Dude,
you.
I pulled it out.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is like a 2-foot blade. Like this blade is
Like-
literally from handle to the tip of the blade. It's about this long, curved in the middle, and it comes down. And and it's got an edge to it. Like they gave these
Wait.
kids machetes.
Was it a machete or was it a
I don't kukri. No, I mean,
kukri knife?
that kind
of like that.
of. Only it wasn't. The blade wasn't curved. Like so, the top
So
was
it
a straight
it was
blade.
machete then.
Yeah, the top was a straight blade, but the bottom had it kind of swooped and it was serrated, and then it went into the rest of the blade.
What were they trying? Were they getting really ready for The Walking Dead? Like, what the fuck
don't-
is going on?
I had 2 7-year-olds
With
and an
machetes.
8-year-old win these things.
Wow.
Yeah,
And you
they,
had to
they
drive
left
them back?
home with these things. Like the parents were like, "Give this here. Maybe in 20 years I might give this to you."
What? This was a grappling tournament, right?
Yes.
What does that have anything to do with
I
knives?
don't know. But I mean, I guess it was just a cool thing because there were a ton of kids there. So I guess it's just a cool thing for the kids to win. But I was like, Who signed off on
That's
giving these kids actual weapons?
it's just what is kendo? Is that the
the giant bamboo stick.
yeah?
Yeah.
It's like going to one of those tournaments and somebody giving you a pair of boxing gloves. Like, what is the correlation to the grappling and the?
I have no clue.
They're just like, fuck it, let's give these kids some machetes.
Yeah, I think
All
they were
right.
like, it'll be a cool prize or whatever. Here's a bunch of weapons. And I was like,
How old were these kids again?
so I think 16 to, I think the youngest age bracket was, like they had 5 and 6 year olds competing too. Yeah, yeah, they were giving these things that, like I told you, we had 2 7-year, these 2 kids, they were fraternal twins. Both of them won each of their divisions, and they left with each of them left with one. And I was talking to their dad, and he's like, "Yeah, this isn't leaving the box."
It's like, here you go. Is this for me? No, they won these.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dude, talking to another guy, he was at a tournament a few months ago. They did the same shit. Gave these kids those same kind of swords. And he said in the like toy, he saw these kids like pulling them out and fucking sword
Oh, they
fighting
were
with,
like play sword fighting with it.
with these real, like I was like, how did none of these kids lose a finger or leave with stitches? He was like, dude, I don't know. I saw that and I was like, this is bad news. So I was like, shit.
So you really are you're training a little school of assassins. You've opened your own Witcher school.
I mean,
essentially.
here's the thing. Right now, we're just focusing on hand-to-hand combat. They decided to give them the weapons. We got to get them good with the hands first, and then we train them in weapons later.
Waterboarding next. And, yeah.
I mean, you get into torture stuff more in the late teens.
Late teens.
Yeah.
13, 14.
Nah, more 16, 17.
17,
Yeah.
Helps them control their hormones and stuff because
There you go. They're already angry, so then they could take that out in the
take
torture.
it out. Take it out. Yeah.
So there you go, dude. I've had this curriculum drawn up for a few years now.
Okay. So in 10 years or 2 years, maybe 10 days, if I disappear, Little League of Assassins.
Just saying, who's gonna believe a bunch of kids killed you?
Man, I don't know. There's some crazy shit on the news. Like, what was, for example, what was the UFC, not UFC fighter. I don't know if he was. MMA fighter. He was a professional.
All right.
Didn't he take the bath salts or something and he cut open his friend's chest and ripped his heart out and stuff? Yeah.
Wait, whoa.
Oh, you never
Wait,
heard that?
what?
Well, I mean,
Whoa, what?
MMA fighter.
What? Like, takes bath salts, cuts his chest. I can't imagine. How do you find it? First of all, you got to get through his chest, through his sternum. You got to somehow rip that open. That's insane. Jared
Wyatt. When police arrived that day at a home at the mouth of the Klamath River, I don't know if I'm saying that right, they found Wyatt naked and covered in blood. He told the officers, "I killed him," and said he had cut out Pal's heart and tongue, according to the court documents.
Holy shit.
Yep. I don't know
That
what he
is
was on. I just remember, hey, I got a gift from AVG. I don't know what he was on, but it was something about there was a demon in him and he had to get the demon out.
That is, wow.
And that is, like, a lot of people go, well, how could you don't understand. He's a professionally trained fighter. Any middleweight and above can pretty much have their way and do whatever they want to a normal human being. It's that simple. So you give them some shit that's got them thinking that there's a demon in his friend.
Oh my God.
Cut his chest open, took his heart out, cut his tongue out.
Fuck.
So anyway, back. Let's. So we were talking about something during the Cowboys game.
Okay.
The Cowboys win
Oh, thank God.
with the last play of the game.
Yes.
Anyway.
God, they had me nervous. But okay.
Of course, you always have to have your butt clenched every game because
This is true. But enough
anyway.
about that. Explain to me why you hate Kevin Costner so much, because I don't understand.
He's my Garth Brooks. Okay, he's
Really?
yeah. I have it out for Kevin Costner because for so long as a kid. Okay. When did you good?
Sorry. Yeah, this damn thing is.
Did it fall?
Yeah, it was messing with me. I was trying to move it and it kept getting stuck.
Go ahead and fix it so that you quit interrupting me.
I hear it just echoing all in the shit.
I
so
know.
Sorry. I was
do you
like,
need to put it up on the top?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes, I do.
Just do it.
Fuck.
Everybody, we're keeping this shit in. I want everybody to hear.
Shit. There we go. Damn it. There we go.
You know, this is what I hear. You hear that? Because that's what I'm hearing. Okay, all right. No. I gave up on Kevin Costner. What movie did we say?
After what? Postman?
Yes, it was Postman. I said, "Fuck this! I'm never watching anything. I don't care. I don't care how good it will." Because okay, Kevin Costner, 91, I think, was Dances with Wolves.
I think so.
Everybody, my mom kept raving over how good he was in Dances with Wolves, and then we were talking about Robin Hood.
Okay.
And then, but then as an adult, I rewatched those movies, and I realized that he sucks in them. Okay, look.
What?
In Dances with Wolves, he had a 1996 American accent. This was what?
18?
It was
No. Yeah, 18.
Was it over the Civil War period? I can't remember. It was old.
I think it was
old. There was still Native Americans because there's the lady that turned into the, or in the field. That's what I meant. There's still Native, like, it's old.
Yeah.
It's an old movie.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he's like, hey, I'm Kevin Costner from California. Look at my guacamole tree.
Everybody had a fucking accent, but Kevin
him.
Costner.
Then that started getting me thinking about Robin Hood. He has an American accent in Robin Hood, which was in 1400. I don't know what time. America didn't exist yet, so he had to have at least some foreign accent. Because you were saying he was in Saudi Arabia.
I think he said he was like somewhere in like Saudi Arabia or something like that.
Or,
so
or the Middle East.
Somewhere in Africa or something. Because he came back with
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, with Morgan Freeman. So it's like, maybe, and I think they said they sent him there when he was like a kid. So maybe he somehow lose it because people's they change the way they speak.
Oh,
so somehow in between his English accent that he had as a kid and him being, let's say, in the Middle East, you merge those together.
And it's American accent.
There you go.
Gotcha. Okay.
There you go.
All right. Okay. All right. And let's move on to. I give him Tin Cup. Tin Cup was good.
Yeah, definitely love Tin. I like Tin Cup. It was kind of long for me, but I did like it.
Yeah, and then
Bull Durham. I like Bull Durham.
So okay, I got to admit I have not seen Bull Durham. I know that's everybody should have seen it. I do admit that. We were talking about the two movies that he did with Ashton Kutcher. The first one where he was the serial killer.
No, he didn't. No, that wasn't Ashton Kutcher. The Mr. Brooks. That was Dane Cook.
Dane Cook. Mm-hmm. Okay, you are right.
Yeah, so he was really good.
Yeah.
He was good. He was good in Tin Cup. He was good in Bull Durham. Good in Mr. Brooks. I liked him in Highwaymen. Him and Woody Harrelson was pretty good in that.
Okay, I'm already.
But then again,
Woody Harrelson carried.
I mean, he didn't talk. Neither one of them talked a lot.
Right.
I mean, it's too. I think some sort of like Texas Rangers in like the early 1900s. So needless to say, conversation was not aplenty with the two of them.
Did The Postman? Was that where he went to the future or the past?
Huh? So no, the Postman was like after the apocalypse happened or something like that. Like society somehow fell apart. He says fuck it, pretends he's with the U.S. government, U.S. Postal Service, making up some lie about the U.S. government being set back up just so he could scam people out of free meals from town to town. People start believing him and end up somehow setting up like a postal service between all these towns by accident.
You know way too much about that movie.
I've seen that movie a few times.
Oh, have you? Oh,
yes.
It sounded like it.
But
I don't know why I thought he was like a dude from the. See, that's how much I like the movie.
Here's the thing.
Are we talking about mail? We're talking about mail here, right?
This is about mail.
It's a movie about mail.
And there's a bad guy who's trying to, oppress
Take your
people.
mail.
No, he's trying to oppress people, man.
So Kevin Costner goes up and said all these glitter bombs, paint bombs for the bad guy. And every time the bad guy's like, I'm going to take this Amazon box. And he opens it and he's like, wow, gotcha.
Like,
that'd have been more entertaining than whatever the hell.
Here's what I will say. When I did watch it multiple times, It was between shit. When the fuck did Postman come out?
1997. I just
so-
looked it up. I think.
Was it 97?
I think so.
Holy shit. Yeah, the Postman 97. So I watched it
I can
between
remember
like
weird shit like that. Though, when it came out.
97 to like 03. So this is like 5th grade to like senior year of high school. I may have watched it a few times. I will say my taste in movies back then may not have been the best.
Dog shit.
Like I even remember around the same time like a Waterworld.
Okay. I see what's happening here.
What's up?
You're a Kevin Costner fanboy.
I'm just saying he's been in some movies that
Draft Day, man.
I didn't see Draft Day.
I heard
he was
terrible.
I liked 3,000 Miles to Graceland. He was good in that.
He was okay.
He said he was what's his name, the Elvis Presley's son, and they were running around robbing shit, shooting people. It was a decent action movie.
Who was all in that? Kurt Russell? Was Kurt Russell in that?
I think so. Yeah, was Kurt Russell in there? Let's see. Boom. Let's see. Kurt Russell, Kevin Costner, Courtney Cox, Christian Slater, David Arquette.
David Arquette, yeah.
Kevin Paul. Yeah, man. This was actually. It wasn't great. It was an all right movie. It was not terrible.
All I'm saying is that Kevin Costner does not deserve to be kept putting back into these movies, especially. I gave up on Kevin Costner in 1997. That's how long ago I gave up on him.
Here's the thing. It's hard for me to give up. See, it's hard for me to give up on an actor. I'll still watch an M. Night Shyamalan movie if I've heard good things about it. Like, cause here's the thing. He had Unbreakable, which was really good. Then he had another one right after that, I think, which was actually pretty good. Then he put out 5 dog shit movies, and then after Avatar, I was like, oh fuck this dude. So then I was like, all right, I will never.
Yeah, he did do Avatar, didn't he?
Oh yeah. So I was like, you know what? I'm never gonna pay to see any of his movies for a while.
Had an Indian dude, remember, play the fire dude. That's all I remember from it.
Oh, yeah.
It was the Indian? Wasn't it the Indian kid from Slumdog?
I think so.
Who played the
yeah, I can't remember.
Who was in the show? I didn't see a lot of Avatar, but I'm pretty sure they were like a lot of Chinese history.
Yeah.
Like, they did Chinese kung fu stuff. But
the show was actually legit good, though.
I know,
it's a really
because
good show.
I think it was all of them based it off of specific martial arts, like
Yeah.
each kind. Like, and I think it was some style of kung fu that they had in the fire.
I believe so.
Yeah. So I'm not just going, oh, it was Asian, it's got to be Chinese. It literally was based off of.
It was definitely Chinese influence.
Yeah. And so what do you do? You put an Indian kid in there.
Of course.
And then I watched Avatar: The Last Airbender because there's Avatar and then there's that one. I watched that in the movies. It was dog shit.
Oh, why?
Well, he was on a roll. He had done Unbreakable. Sign. I like Signs a little bit.
Yeah, Signs was bad.
Did he do The Village though?
He did The Village.
Bro.
He did that one with Mark Wahlberg where the plants were somehow killing people.
I didn't see that one.
Oh yeah, oh my god. Somehow the plants like emit some pheromone which makes people just start killing themselves. And you're just like, huh?
I do remember.
That scene everybody remembers when the guy like jumps off the lawnmower and just lays down in front of it.
Yeah, that was weird. I don't think I saw that.
That movie was so bad.
And then I remember I was with somebody that you know at the time. Yeah. We were in the theater, and when fuck it, I'm gonna spoil it. The movie's been out for 20 years.
Yeah, if you're getting mad about you spoiling Avatar, the last
No, the Village.
Oh, if anybody gets mad at you spoiling The Village.
When you come to find out that it's a bunch of, again, rich white people that are controlling everything again, and you find out that they've purposely locked themselves into this park because they don't want their kids growing up in the outside world. So they send the blind girl. I was like, I think there was I'm assuming he's black. Black dude was like, fuck this. And then as soon as, and I was the same thing. I was like, babe, let's go. She goes, this is dumb. And I'm like, yeah, this is dumb. It was, I went, you mean there's no monster? There's nothing chasing them? It's a park.
Oh my God.
Anyway.
I don't know. Well, you know what? I kind of have a thing. Harrison Ford. I think Harrison Ford's
Do not speak ill
man.
of Harrison Ford.
Here's the thing, man.
You're gonna try to compare Harrison Ford to Kevin Costner,
Dude, the older he gets, the less I fucking understand him.
That's everybody.
He's
though.
just, I give me back my wife. What are you? Get off my goddamn plane. Like him and Nick Nolte, I can't fucking understand. Him and Nick Nolte, it sound, Kevin, here's Harrison Ford. Get off my goddamn plane. And then Nick Nolte comes in.
Well,
That's Nick Nolte.
wasn't Nolte's throat messed up from,
Possibly. That could explain.
think-
I hope that explains it.
something.
Like-
I've seen his mug shots. He's definitely not. He was not getting arrested, not under the influence.
I don't know, man. Harrison Ford after shit, man.
What?
Fuck.
Air Force One?
Yeah. Probably Harrison Ford after Air Force One was the last time I could really understand what he says. Because I'm over here looking at his eye and to be like cowboys and aliens.
Oh, that was bad. That was really bad. And that had Daniel Craig in it too, right?
Yeah. Yep. I mean, shit. I'm trying to. Oh my god.
I'm supposed to
Lies
believe
me.
that cowboys, with the tech that they had, just somehow. Well, I mean, I guess he did have that one.
Well, he had the thing on his
alien
arm,
thing.
but everybody else had horses and pistols.
Yep.
And maybe a few repeater rifles.
Supposed to think
Dude.
they could stop an alien invasion.
I mean, shit, in the new Star Wars movies, I mean, yeah, he dies, but even still, I mean, he was still, you're my son. It was like,
Maybe I just didn't notice it. Maybe I can Nick Nolte, yeah, he was in The Mandalorian, that season 1.
was he?
He played the little alien dude that.
What?
Yeah, Nick Nolte. I'm
Wait,
pretty sure.
what? Kuil? Well,
sure.
hold on.
We'll go with that.
Well, I'm just reading the dude's
Yeah,
name.
this dude. This thing.
Oh,
This guy. That was Nick Nolte. He was the old guy that was
that makes sense.
yeah.
Looks a lot like him, too. I can see Nick Nolte playing that person, that creature.
I just thought it was Nick Nolte.
Yeah. That's why I was so confused. I was like, I guess. Looks a lot like him.
Oh, so I wanted to ask you.
Yes.
I know you know who Dan Lambert is from American Top Team?
Yes.
It's America Top Team, right? I keep saying American. Is it American or American?
I thought it was American Top Team.
Shit, man.
Hold on. ATT MMA. Yeah, it's American.
Okay,
American
so I was
Top
saying
Team.
American Top Team.
Yeah, but there's like 5 or 6 different American Top Teams.
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna spend too much time on pro wrestling talk, but so he's been actually showing up on AEW. So AEW is the newer promotion. It's supposed to be rivaling WWE. They actually beat him in the ratings war, I think, last week.
Oh shit.
But Dan Lambert is amazing as a heel on a pro wrestling show.
Is he?
He knows what to say to get that crowd going. He's like, look at all these fat losers here in Pittsburgh chanting AEW. And then they, of course, what do? They start doing it.
Oh,
And I'm like, the guy's good. The guy, if he was not doing what he's doing with American Top Team, he's a professional wrestling manager. And then, of course, he brought in, Junior Dos Santos showed up.
Oh shit.
On
Andre Arlovsky?
Yeah, I always on
Arlovsky.
Andre Orlovsky. It's saying it together. It's like purple burglar alarm.
Oh my god, those fucking Scottish
Yeah.
people.
So they showed up, and of course he's been making these appearances every now and then, but
Interesting.
really making the crowd getting heated. So
Okay.
you know Jake Hager, he was with WWE, got into mixed martial arts.
Okay.
And I think he's fought three or 4 times under Bellator, and he's won every one.
Okay.
I think
done
most of
better
them-
than CM Punk.
Yeah, Hager won in the first round of most of his, I believe.
Okay.
Punk didn't make it past. But hey, he
I
tried.
mean, did he though? Did he really try? Did he really try?
Look, I don't want to talk shit about CM Punk because he could whoop me, but you can talk all the shit you want about CM Punk because, yeah, no, I'm definitely putting my money on you if it came down to it. I'd be like, no. I've seen both. I have enough to go off of to know who I'm putting my money on.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the UFC I don't think they had ever had so many people calling them up to fight a person than they did when they had CM Punk. Because everybody was just like, everybody was like, I'll win that fight. I'll win that fight. Like, oh my God, so many new fighters too. Like, and that's when you're at your worst. Your first maybe 3 fights.
Yeah.
You're at your worst.
But didn't he have? It was 2 UFC fights, right? Or was it 3? Was it? I thought it was 2.
I think it was 2. But I mean, when they got Ricky or whatever, Ricky Gall, I think his name, he had only had one other fight.
That's what I'm saying.
And like that's when you're at your, and they brought these guys and him in there, and it was just like, oh my God.
That's the thing though, is he got beat by up and comers. It wasn't like he went in there with McGregor and lasted two.
That's what I'm saying.
Jake Hager he's got three wins in MMA, and I'm pretty sure. Let's see, MMA wins 3-0-1.
Okay,
but
I bet he lost one and got turned into a no contest.
Yeah, but I do. I mean, he's an All-American wrestler from Oklahoma.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's why I don't
and
like.
He's 6'4", 6'5", 260, 270.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, he's a big boy.
Oh.
But then, so that's what they did is they came out and were like, Chris Jericho, everybody knows. He was like, oh, you think we're all a bunch of pussies in the back? Well, Jake Hager here is undefeated, and he's in AEW. So they're doing like this cross-promotion thing with Jake Hager, who actually does fight, and American Top Team. We know what they do. Okay. It's just thinking outside the box, man.
Yeah, I think a number of guys, I'm trying to, I kind of want to see I'd be interested to see how difficult a transition it is to go from MMA to wrestling. Because it's really hard to go from wrestling to MMA just because you're like, you've got guys, because I know you're actually getting hit, with some stuff in wrestling, but nobody's really trying to actually hurt you. Yeah. Except in MMA when people are legitimately trying to shut your lights out.
Well, that's from what I've, who was it? And I don't want to misquote, especially Bobby Lashley, because Bobby Lashley could do whatever he wants to with me. But I think somebody was saying that it's such, it's both are physical things. I get it. Pro wrestling is scripted, but what happens to these guys?
Oh, that's
real. Like,
oh yeah, their fucking knees and shoulders.
Busted necks, yeah. It's almost the complete opposite of a mindset that you have to have is that I have to not hurt this guy, and I have to put my life in that guy's hands to make sure that I don't get hurt. Where in mixed martial arts, it's like I'm going to destroy this guy, and I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that he doesn't do that to me.
Yep. Yeah.
So it's timing and being in the right spot at the right time, and it's a lot of choreography. It's like, no, I'm about to do a backflip off of this top rope onto you, and you're on a table.
Yeah, I need you to be where you need to be.
Like, once you get on that table.
And don't flinch, because you flinch and you put your arms up or something like that. Now I'm catching your elbows all in my ribs when I land on you.
Because I think a lot of the guys do is they go, okay, he's on the table. Let me see where he's at. I'm going to turn around and get back up on this rope. Mm-hmm. Don't be scooching out of the way and going, yeah, all right, I'm going to move. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I can't do either one.
Fuck. Dude, I don't know. Like
I remember you telling me that you would be more afraid to do professional wrestling than to do.
Oh,
MMA.
yes. Oh, yes. For sure.
Really?
For sure. Like, okay, here's what I mean, because I can do break falls, I can do all of that stuff. Yeah. That stuff doesn't bother me. I guess if I were to do wrestling, I wouldn't be the guy, I wouldn't be like those small guys jumping off. It's the jumping off of shit that terrifies me. That's really what it, when you see guys getting on the ropes or on the turnbuckles and or jumping off onto guys off the ring, and on guys out of the ring, I'm like, fuck that. Like if I miss, because you see it where like you miss wrong or you land and you somehow miss the mat and you hit the rail or something like the metal rail, which happens all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Or like you jump just a little bit too far and the guy's got to like back up to try to catch you so you don't hit wrong. It's like, no.
I've been at a indie show where this guy Keith Lee's 6'1", 6'2", 365.
Jesus.
And I was sitting in the front row, and I think it was AR Fox was he was right in front of the guardrail, and I see Keith Lee getting ready, and he runs off, bounces off the rope, and he does a flying dive over the top rope onto the bottom. And I was like, he's not. Something's gonna happen. AR Fox is gonna, forearm, whatever. Nah, he flew over the top rope. The barricade shoved so far in so hard.
Oh.
I went back about 4 rows.
Holy shit,
Everybody
dude.
around me was like, oh, my knee. I was like, that was fucking awesome. Let's do it again.
Fuck that, dude.
I was fine. I got hit, but I'm like, yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, but I'm thinking about being that guy jumping over. I was like,
it's trusting the guy on the ground to.
Man, I don't know if I can trust another person like that.
Well, we're too old for that shit now.
Yeah. Like midway, like I'm in the air just rethinking all my life choices up to that point. Like, why the fuck am I flying through the air at this man right now?
You just got to make sure that you get a guy out there who's bigger than you and you can land on him. So
fuck that.
Yeah. No, I wanted to, but too old now.
Dude, that shit, I feel like sometimes that's fucking just as hard on your body as football and fighting, all that shit.
Right.
Man.
They say that there's only so many bumps. You have a bump counter. It's like you have so many bumps that you can take on that mat, and that's it.
Dude, then it's just like, because fighting the same way with punches. You can only take so many blows to the head before that button gets pushed too far. And shit, man, I always hated it when I would see guys fight just a little bit, staying just a little bit longer than you should have. Because they have that button pushed, and then once it gets pushed, it's never the same. And you just see those guys who used to be so tough and just eat shots.
And now they
get caught with like a light jab, and they're just going out. And you're like, dude, what happened? You gotta go.
I mean, well, look at the big guys in the industry, like the tall guys, like the Kevin Nashes, the Undertakers, the Giants, the Big Shows, whichever name you want to call them, the 7-footers. Oh. I think Kevin Nash has had double-digit knee surgeries. Yeah,
I'm done after 2.
No,
the moment I need a second knee surgery doing some shit, I'm done.
He's had multiple knee surgeries, and then I think Undertaker had his hip replaced. The Big Show's had, or Paul White, he's going by Paul. Paul White's had multiple hip surgeries.
So, do professional wrestlers go through the same bullshit that athletes do, where it's like you get to the WWE or WCW and you're making all this money, then at some point,
bro, W hadn't been around in 21
years.
Yeah,
sorry, I know. I don't know. I said it and I immediately was like, just push forward, and maybe he won't notice.
No, so,
but I mean, you were in these big promotions whenever you were around, and then either you retire or you get bounced out of the promotion or whatever after making, all that, I don't know how much these guys make, but I'm assuming it's a decent amount of money. And, like, let's say, like you were like, one of the bigger guys for like at least 5 years in WWE. You had a pretty good contract. Then you leave. Is it one of those things where they go broke like almost as soon as they leave, just like professional athletes?
They can. I mean, the big guys get paid a lot, but I think I don't remember the exact number, so I won't say the tag team. But there's a tag team that's saying that they signed a new deal, and it was with like each $500,000 each a year. So that's not, and that's a pretty big,
dude.
Yeah. But I think somebody like Cena wasn't making $50 million a year or anything like that. It wasn't something crazy, but I know that they get
$500,000, dude. But you're on the road like what, 40 weeks out of the year at least?
I think a lot of them it's 300 days a year.
300 days a year.
Mm-hmm.
You're on the road. Fuck, man.
Yep.
And you're putting your body through all that. And there's no real retirement plan because there's not a union.
No, I think, and I don't want to say it wrong. I think there's the company. You're not considered an employee. You're more considered a contractor.
Of course. Because
So,
fuck getting insurance on you guys.
and that's
Because
yeah.
they are the amount of shit they would have to cover if they had to take out insurance on these people.
And that's what's different about AEW is
man.
they treat him as an employee.
Mm.
It's who'd have thunk it? It's a wrestling company that's run by wrestlers. Why would it succeed? With today's top professional wrestlers in the world are running it. Who would have thought that would have worked out?
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of these guys you'll see them. They'll make a good 5-year run in WWE,
Mm-hmm.
and then their either contract will expire. They'll go check out New Japan. There wasn't a lot in America as far as competition to
No.
WWE, but a lot of these guys end up doing independent shows, and they'll go city to city, and that's where you're just wrestling in gyms full of 30 people, and it's like, okay,
shit.
I guess some of them are like that, but not all the independent shows are in a gymnasium,
Oh yeah, you've told me about enough of them that do it right.
The Haltom, shout out to VIP Wrestling, they do it up at the Haltom City Theater.
Okay.
And I think it's a perfect venue because a ring is 10 foot by 10 foot. Yeah. Not a lot to look at. So if you're 50 yards back, you're not seeing two guys doing anything.
It's like ants.
Yeah. It needs to be a small venue, in my opinion, if you really want to get a good interaction at a wrestling show. But anyway, we talked way too much about wrestling. It's like people are just going, fuck this. I'm turning this shit off.
Talking about athletes is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
You can't tell me they're not athletes.
They're definitely.
If a dude's going to jump off, jump 10 feet out onto a guy from, onto a table or some shit like that and get up and do more flips after that shit, dude's an athlete.
You definitely have to be an athlete in order to do some of the things that these guys do for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've met like, oh, that guy's a pussy. It's like, man, I've met that guy. You're not fucking saying that to his face. Like, I met Lance Archer at a show in. Okay, they overbill the height. I get it. You're not 6'8", but
6'6".
Nah, he was. I'm not gonna say he was. I think he's billed at 6'8". He's not 6'8".
Yeah,
I mean he was.
They probably give him like 2 to 3 inches.
No, he was. Yeah, he was somewhere in between this height difference to me.
Oh,
but he's just a huge man though. Like,
I mean, so okay, he's not 6'8". He's what, 6'5".
I'd say 6'3", 6'4".
Jesus, they really overstated this shit.
Well, another guy, I'm not gonna. They had him billed at 5'11" on NXT.
Okay.
He was at an indie show and I met him. This dude is 5'7" at best. And I'm not a hell of a wrestler, but I know my height.
and he wasn't near as tall as you.
No, like easy around his shoulder picture. Yeah.
Damn.
No. That is one dude. Oh, 5'7", 175 pounds. He's 5'2", 120.
Oh, shit.
If maybe 125 if I'm giving it to him on a good day. So.
Oh, my God.
Not giving it pause. If on a good day he's, pause.
You got
pause.
it there, Neal?
No. I said if I'm giving it to him on it. Anyway. All right. So the football season, we were talking. Look. Look, man, we're recording a little bit later than we normally do, and
Oh, damn.
I wanted to watch the game.
Yes, yeah. Hey, that's all that matters. Cowboys won.
Yeah,
so.
Cowboys won.
And then Cowboys won, and I think the Eagles lost.
Eagles did lose.
So, there we go.
Giants lost.
I mean, yeah, but they played the Washington, so that's...
Are they 1-1 or 2-0?
1-1, I think.
Washington football team. That's what I gotta fucking call them.
Let's see. What are they? Washington's 1-1.
Okay, so
Cowboys 1-1. Eagles 1-1. Giants 0-2. Awesome. There we go.
Did you hear about that Urban Meyer thing?
Speaking
of football, so USC lost to Stanford like 180-3. I don't remember.
Yeah, I know they got destroyed by Stanford. fired the coach or something
Yeah,
like that.
immediately.
Which I thought was fucking weird.
Week 1, week 2. What was it? USC schedule.
Like, if you're gonna fire a dude week 1, then why even bring him into the season? Like, that makes no sense.
I don't know how you. So they're 2-1. So it had to be. It had to be week 1 or whenever they had the loss. Yeah, because they're on a 2-game winning streak.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. So yeah, so they fire the coach. They go 2-1. All of a sudden, there's Urban Meyer is regretting coaching in the NFL, especially for the Jacksonville Jaguars, and wants to go back to college.
Oh, he's having that Steve Spurrier moment. You remember when Steve Spurrier was at whenever he was winning all those games when he was at I think he was at Florida.
I don't.
Okay, Steve Spurrier.
I remember.
This is before he went to
Chris,
South Carolina.
Chris Saban, I remember that.
No. I remember Steve Spurrier went to the NFL because Steve Spurrier, he was winning all sorts of games for a while, and he was like, "I'm gonna take the way I do my stuff and the way I coach in to the NFL. You know, I'm not gonna be there all the time or whatever. I'm gonna only work, you know, this amount of time or whatever." And went to the NFL and tried that shit and got destroyed.
Yeah.
And immediately went back to coaching, college football after like maybe 2 years, and then went to South Carolina. I was like, screw that.
I think I just had a burp moment. Not Chris Saban is the professional wrestler. Nick Saban is the Alabama head coach. It's not two different Sabans. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
We were talking about pro wrestling, so I had the wrong.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Here it is. He coached the. I think is. Wait. What? Oh, coaching career. Hold on. Here it is. Florida. Come on now. Yeah. He coached the Redskins. He coached the Redskins for like. No, it was a year, maybe two. Yeah, 2002, 2003 season, and then he was like, "Screw this," and was done.
Well, I mean when they were that.
Yeah, when they were the Redskins. Yeah, this was in 03 when they were
the Washington
Washington
football team is they've been a dumpster fire for 20 years.
God, yes.
Or over 20 years. I mean, they have. Sorry, Washington foot. I don't even want to say that it's too long.
I'm trying to think of the last time they were legitimately good.
When they had
What, John Riggins?
Yep. That's
In the fucking early 80s?
I mean, think about it. Have they been to a Super Bowl
Since
then? Have they?
No.
I can't even remember the last time they were in the NFC championship, the conference championship.
Oh my God. Hold on. Wait, what?
You got off. We started talking about Urban Meyer. You're on the Washington football team.
Yeah, I
Even
know.
saying the Washington team is too long.
Yeah.
Pick a name.
Ugh. Yeah, they have just been garbage.
They've been. This is the second year they've been the Washington football team, right?
Yeah, for whatever reason, they don't want to pick a mascot. Why not just let the city pick a mascot or some shit?
Why don't you let Native Americans pick the name?
How about they go back to? Washington needs another Bullets team. They can be the new Washington Bullets since they got rid of the basketball
The
team.
Washington white racist bastards. There you go. The Rednecks.
Washington
The
Redneck.
Washington Rednecks.
Ooh, okay. I mean, technically,
No,
they've got the whole
because-
hog section. They can be the Washington Hogs. I don't know.
I don't care. They just quit making me call you the Washington football team.
Ugh.
The Dallas Cowboys football team. That's too long. And it's about as long as the Washington football team. It's about the same. Syllables.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's, I don't know. Dan Snyder's I don't know. I don't get
But
him.
anyway, that's what they were saying. Urban Meyer was potentially saying, okay, screw this. I'm going to go back to college. Some people were saying, well, the USC job has been open a couple times for him, and he's declined it. Why would he do it now? Well, he got his ass handed to him. That's what happened. And his franchise quarterback today of this recording threw 4 picks today, and they lost again.
Yeah, but it's a rookie franchise quarterback though.
I
I mean,
know.
Troy Aikman went
I know,
1 in
15.
15 in his rookie season.
Yeah, but Urban Meyer's like, no, I can do better shit in college.
This is true.
He denied the allegations, but I'm kind of curious to see Monday
How
morning.
many times have you seen coaches deny coaching allegations
I've-
only to go to that same team like a year
What
later?
a piece of shit, though. If you're gonna just 2 weeks of your NFL career go, no, I'm good, guys. You can't even give your players a season.
Yeah.
Not
Dude, if he-
even a season.
I mean, I don't think he can quit mid-season though,
If he-
contractually.
I don't know unless he had it in his contract because
I mean, he's
but that would
got to
be-
finish
that
the
would-
year out, I would think.
I was thinking about that, and I was thinking a lot of teams, yes, if it was the Giants or even the Eagles or if it was the Cowboys or the bigger franchises, but this is Jacksonville we're talking about. They haven't won anything. They probably just went, we've got to at least try to get somebody in here who can coach this team and organization back up. So if he says, hey, this is my stipulation, if a coaching job opens up,
In college,
But see-
nobody who hires him if he wants that. If I want an out, if I want to be like, hey, I want to be able to leave like in the middle of my contract for whatever reason, like
it's not even the middle. It's the first 17th percent.
I mean, the only time I've seen people get like opt out options is like at the end of the contract. All right, my last 2
But-
years, I can leave or something. Like, why even hire him if
Right.
you're going to let him leave?
But maybe that's what. But think about it from this standpoint. If you're Jacksonville, I wouldn't have thought USC is going to fire their football coach after one game. They were probably anticipating that at the end of the season, okay, there's going to be some coaching cuts if he wants to leave. Fine, I get it. It was a hard call, but Jacksonville, they needed to try something.
Oh,
You had Jalen Ramsey, who's not. You drafted him. He's a stud. He's not there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Leonard Fournette was I think a first round pick too. He's
Yep.
now with Tampa Bay.
they are
You're-
losing a lot.
You
They
drafted-
had a shot for a little while to make a good run, and for
you
whatever, and they
keep
couldn't
them
put
happy.
it. They couldn't keep him happy, and I want to say they had some injuries, one or two injuries during those years.
They had a couple of defensive linemen that it was like, oh crap, they looked. Was it?
Because they had one of the best looking defenses in the league for a few years.
Yeah, and then they pissed off Ramsey. He
Yeah.
wanted to go somewhere, so now he's with the Rams. Yep, he's
Yep.
with the Rams. And then it's the LA things are throwing me off. There's too many changes this year in the NFL. Like I know I'm trying to still get accustomed to the LA Chargers and the LA Rams. Yes. And when I see them now, I'm like, wait, is that the Rams team or the No, that's the Jets.
That's one thing that's
And
also
and
been
thinking
pissing
Matt
me off.
Stafford in a Chargers or Rams uniform.
I don't understand why LA has all these teams in the first. Like the Raiders
'Cause it's
leave and they
LA.
get the Rams. I was like, but nobody in LA gives a shit about any of the sports teams unless it's the Lakers.
Well,
The Kings won a Stanley Cup,
Yeah.
and nobody in LA gave a fuck. Like the Angels, they won a championship.
I think they could.
No, nobody really gave a shit in LA.
Well, it is about the Lakers. It's always gonna be about the
It's
Lakers.
always about. So why are they still throwing teams out of LA? like-
because they're trying to get a football. I guess
They've already got a team.
but why not have two? It's L.A. You gotta
They-
make
you-
it big.
so they've got to have two basketball teams,
Uh-huh.
two football teams, yeah,
two baseball teams.
two baseball teams.
because you have the
Hold on, they've got the Dodgers and they've
you
got
have the Angels.
and the Angels.
I actually didn't. I don't want.
Why do they have to have two of every? That
Well-
makes no fucking sense.
I didn't know this, but because I don't watch baseball a lot, right? But they
Just
are,
the LA area.
But aren't they the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim?
They used to be the Anaheim Angels, I thought, and then
And then did they change? Because I was talking to Jess about this. She goes, no, they're the Los Angeles Angels. I was like, I've never heard them referred to as the Los Angeles Angels. It was always the Anaheim Angels. But then when I Googled them, it comes up as the Los Angeles Angels. So to that point.
But
the only
they
reason
were
I
in
said that is 'cause-
Anaheim for so long,
Yeah, but-
and they kept everything else right. So when they moved to Los Angeles, they never really
shit, I guess-
said anything
I
about
get-
it.
So yeah, they have two baseball teams, two
two football teams, two basketball
basketball
teams, and the hockey team. Yeah,
Get over yourself, LA.
thank you.
I don't have any space. You've got 7 professional. I don't know what that has to do with anything with space.
Fucking Why the fuck do you think your taxes are so high? Because you've got to support all these goddamn professional teams.
And not to mention you have also the non-LA teams. You got no, they lost the Raiders.
They went to Vegas.
So you've got the Niners.
Niners, Giants, baseball.
Yeah.
They got San
The
Francisco.
Kings,
Yeah,
Sacramento Kings.
yeah, you've got all these other teams like in California,
Yeah.
like not too far away.
One. You need one. One.
One,
One.
You need one.
One. You need one of each. And then, yeah, seriously, you've got San Francisco down the street.
Yeah,
Well, they have a basketball team. Now, I forgot that they have Golden State.
yeah,
They have a baseball. So they got it figured out.
yeah.
One
They got one.
of each.
There you go.
All right.
See, like I don't know. It just I don't know. Teams going to LA just always pisses me off. Like I hate it, and
I don't-
and I don't understand players who want to go to LA either. Just because it's like you're gonna end up, however much they're gonna pay you, you might as well go to a smaller market team because you'll probably end up you'll end up saving more in the long run. Just taxes in general. Because let me go to LA where I have to pay city and state taxes, which are crazy,
don't think-
and then federal tax on top of
Yeah.
that. Then you got to pay your agents. Then, then you got to pay your managers.
But I guess you got to look at it from the big guys, the bigger guys. There's more opportunities out for you in LA for more endorsements, and
But see, but no,
you're giving kids millions of dollars, and where do they want to go? They want to be in LA, and they want to be in Miami.
But here's the thing: there's no now it's the point. You don't need to be.
I dropped my phone.
Okay.
I was like, I'm gonna discreetly get under my shorts and scratch my leg. No, I'm gonna drop my phone.
But anyway, like, but you don't need to be in LA anymore because you can do Zoom meetings. Like, because if you're good enough, they will reach out to you. They will come to you now.
But commercials and all that stuff.
That's
is-
fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Let
mean,
me
look
pay. I'll pay. You can pay. Let's say what if I'm a professional athlete, I'll pay $2,000 to fly to LA for a week to shoot a bunch of fucking commercials.
But again, this is the old man Neal of you talking. We get this now. You wouldn't have thought about this shit when we were 22.
Actually, this has been something I've been complaining about since I was in my 20s.
Okay, so maybe
I've been
you
bitching
would.
about LA ever since I was a kid.
But let's say you grew up in LA, kid, though, and then you got
Okay.
drafted by the Bucks, and then you had to go to Milwaukee. It's not. I'm not saying.
Okay, I thought you were talking about a different Bucks. I thought you were talking about Tampa Bay.
No, that'd have been like, okay, good.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, yeah.
Gronk. Hey.
Now, some of these guys, if you grew up in the LA area or in California, I get it, but most of these guys didn't. And so I think, some of these guys is like, yeah, here,
But you hear it. You hear about it, though. You hear about it as a young kid growing up. Those ones that strive to be a professional athlete, you hear about everybody wants to be out in LA. Everybody wants to be, and it is. Everybody
I've
wants
always
to be in
been
LA.
fuck LA.
But you got, I mean,
But I'm
what
weird.
What do they have? I don't know. I don't want to. I mean, a lot of the people that we.
I know a few people who would love to move out to LA.
No,
A number of
I'm
people.
saying a lot of people that we take inspiration from for a lot of things that we do. They're getting out.
Yeah.
Like Rogan left, Tom Segura left.
Oh, yeah. And they were
Bert Scott-
complaining
yeah.
about LA for years before they left.
It
So-
just sounds. I would rather, if I had that kind of money, there's plenty of places that I could live that looks nice, and I don't have to deal with the traffic, the homeless problems, the way the city's being run.
Oh, yeah.
Just lines like that shit. I don't like.
It's unnecessarily expensive in LA. Like there's no reason why, I should have to get 2 roommates for a 1-bedroom apartment so we can split $3,000 in rent for a 1-bedroom.
I saw it.
Like that makes zero sense to me.
Well, I was talking to somebody who lives in San Francisco. I don't know why I hate that. I got really close to it. I'm doing my NPR thing again. I was talking to somebody from San Francisco, and she was saying that a 680 square foot apartment in San Francisco is $3,600 a month.
Yeah, it sounds right. Yeah, one of Sandy's really
Huh?
good friends, he's living in San Francisco now. He's in I think it's about maybe 700 some odd square foot or something like that, and he's just outside of San Francisco, and yeah, that's around what
And
he's
then-
paying, like at least
yeah.
35,
And
3600.
I don't know what Silicon Valley looks like now, but I was looking at some
Fuck,
of them.
dude.
These cookie cutter 1,800 square foot homes that were nothing extravagant at all. 1.2, 1.5 million.
Well, that's kind of what led to everybody before all the stars left. I was running into people moving out here from LA because they would sell their house. They would sell this random bullshit house for $1.5 million,
Yeah,
and then come out here and look at $1 million houses out here, and we're like, oh my
No,
god,
there's no $1 million houses.
Yeah.
You're getting mansions here. These
Exactly.
are 7,000 to 8,000 square
yeah.
feet home with square feet. Yeah, square
Foot
foot
homes.
homes. Square foot homes.
Today
Why
on
would you
Neal,
s-
Neal tries to talk right.
Why do you not pluralize?
You go from feet to foot.
Dude, man, it's
Is
later.
it past your bedtime,
I
Neal?
think so. These big ass houses,
Oh, yeah.
these mansions with 4, 5, 6 car garages,
Oh, yeah.
a tennis court,
Oh, and
for that kind of
so
money.
I knew a guy moved out here from
Oh, how would
California,
you want to live in Texas? It's so hot out there, and you
It's
don't
hot in
have
LA.
You don't have avocado toast.
and we're not on fire either. But guy I knew moved out here from LA. I think he said he sold his house for I think $1.5 million. He said it was like a small, I think 2-bedroom house. Like he was cramped. It was expensive shit. He sold it, moved here, got I think a $750,000 house that was 3 times as big as his old house. And then got a new car, and then something else. He was like, and like
And
he's like he
paid
just
off, like, student loan debt.
like bought the house outright. He was just like, I just
Yeah.
took the money I got from my house and literally just paid off this house.
Actually, I
immediately.
just sold off my house and moved to Texas, and I retired. Like I didn't have to work anymore.
dude, I was like, oh fuck that.
So speaking of the fires in California, we really don't want California on fire. But I was talking to Jess about this because she's from Southern California area
Okay.
before she moved out here, and
Okay.
she's like, is it normal to rain like this? Because I go, what do you mean? She goes, well, it rains, once or twice every 2-3 weeks. I go, yeah, that's what you want that. You want that so that it doesn't drought. And she goes, well, it doesn't really do that in California. There's like a time of the year, and that's about it. And I go, oh, well, no wonder the grass is just lighting up. And
God, it never rains.
I guess not.
Jesus.
Or I don't know. I need somebody from California to explain it to me, but it makes sense because it gets hot in California, but not like here.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
No.
it's not. It's getting into the
I mean, I think
90s.
parts of California get up in the hundreds. I think.
But the areas that are having the forest fire problems,
No.
those are not like here.
No. I don't
Yeah.
think so. I mean,
'Cause
Texas every now and again. I know Texas. We'll get some fires, but we never get anything
Not
too
anything
crazy.
like that. Not anything to where it's just.
It's not
Yeah.
running for like a month like a
Right,
month and a
right.
half.
Well, we don't have the kind of.
We don't have the-
forests. We don't
That's
have those
true, too.
trees.
God,
We-
just think if East Texas caught on fire. Oh my God!
out there near Elm.
Like you out near
Elmwood and-
like Nacogdoches, Carthage area.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
whole that just spreads from Texas all the way through Louisiana.
I never understood why that area didn't blow up. Like, not okay, that was bad. Not blow up like boom, but like, why didn't that Nacogdoches Tyler area get bigger as far as a metropolitan
Have
area?
you been to Nacogdoches,
that's-
Lufkin area?
but
Have you been there?
But that's what I'm saying. Why is it? Why didn't it not expand? It's that town right before that area right before Louisiana and Dallas.
Oh, yeah.
I figure. Oh yeah, when we were kids, I was like, that area is going to blow up. It's just going to keep expanding. And
They
expanding
like
and
the
expanding.
small town feel.
I guess so.
And once you get outside of like the main town area, like shit kind of gets there's some country ass shit going out there.
Shout out to First Monday out in Canton.
Yeah. When you run out towards Gun Barrel City and shit.
Oh, 7 points, gun barrel.
Yep.
What Malakoff?
Yeah.
Malakoff.
But I mean, but once you start getting out there, man,
People are listening to that going, I don't want to go to those
and
towns.
you really don't.
Probably don't.
But I mean, you
Those
remember
just
when the
sound-
shuttle crashed years ago
Oh my gosh.
and like parts dropped all over East Texas? You know how many meth labs they found out in East Texas
Yep.
searching for
I
those
remember-
parts?
I remember that. They were like, oh, we found something.
Yeah.
Is it part of the shuttle? No, it's another meth lab.
Yep.
It was everywhere. Well, I
They were
mean,
everywhere because they were searching all through the woods, like because it's a very tree heavy, like logging is a big thing out there.
Quinlan. Quinlan got raided. I mean,
God, the amount of meth used to come out of Quinlan.
Breaking
Jesus.
Bad, that's where they got the idea from.
From Quinlan?
No, I don't
I was about to say,
I
I was about to say that
wouldn't
didn't
be
shock
surprised.
me.
Bunch of river people cooking, or no, lake people. Sorry, Lake Tawakoni.
Oh damn!
There's a lot of people who I don't know
what the fuck y'all are
Neal and
talking
Neal
about. Yeah.
rail about small
Rambling
town
about-
Texas.
Yeah, I had a girl I went to high school with reached out to me the other day, just on Facebook.
Okay. Good or bad way?
No, just somebody I hadn't seen in
Okay.
18 years,
Holy
probably.
shit.
And she settled down, married her high school sweetheart, and just living that good old country Terrell life. And I mean, it wasn't for me.
No.
No, it wasn't for me.
Man, I've seen it go very different. I had a friend reached out to an old high school, I guess not old high school, yeah, I guess kind of high school flame or right before high school flame. So he had recently got a divorce. He was like, you know, because he had been with his ex since like late high school, and so finally he starts reaching out to old flames he hadn't seen in a while. And he was like, "Man, some of these girls did not age well."
Yeah, if I could say, if there's any, you shouldn't be listening to this show if you're in high school. But if you are, let me just explain to you that you just, when you're in high school, you think, oh, the cool kids, those are the people that I wanted to be like. These are the guys or girls, whoever you were trying to be like in high school. Wait until you're 28 and you have that 10-year reunion and you see some of these people and you go, damn, what?
Shit, wait till you get into your 30s, bro. He was reaching out to these. So I mean,
I saw some high school people on Facebook and went, I know that she's my age.
oh
I
yeah.
know she's my age, and she looks 10 years older than me.
Oh, dude. So he was, you know, sending messages back and forth with her. She sent him some nude pics, this, that, and the other. Like, and I was like, oh, bro, are you sure you want to do this? She drives up from out wherever she was, like a few hours away.
Did they look young? Did they look not so recent photos of her?
They looked recent. So when she showed up, came to realize not so recent. Come to find out too, some of the teeth had been missing for a while because apparently between high school and her being like 33,
She
there's
became
some
a mess.
substance abuse issues. And so midway through, so he's just like, all right, well, shit. I mean, she's here. She's going to be here for the weekend. So I guess we got to do something. So,
Well, when he thought got to do something, did she mean like, let me get the pipe out and we'll fire
no,
this rock?
no,
up?
she had
was
been
sober
sober
at that
for, I think a few years by that point.
But she just said, I can't afford to get the teeth fixed.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. But I mean, I think she had
Dentures,
implants or something. She had fake when she could take in and out.
She had the
ones I'm talking about where you can pop in and out.
The denture, like
It's kind of like the retainer that you can just
Yeah,
pop in.
yeah.
So she had some of those. And he was like, all right, well, you're going to need to live.
Teeth and they pop it out and look at it and they stick it back in.
Exactly. So midway through them kind of, you know, doing what they do. I mean, I'm sitting there talking. He's like, she makes a weird face. Mid-sex. He's like, you all right? She's like, oh, no, you just hit my hysterectomy scar and it felt weird. I'm just like, oh. Bah. I was like, and he was like, oh, okay. He's like, I didn't need to know that. He's like, neither did I. Don't tell me about this while I'm in you. Like, I don't need to know about this. Yeah. And it's he's just like, oh God. He's like, could not. He was like, I can't do anything. Now he's like, all right, I just need you to get off now.
I'd be like, I'm just gonna spin you around.
Done. I was
Because
like,
you know
ugh.
the booty can give some cushion, and you know, see, yeah.
But I was like, ugh.
Have you ever had that happen? Have you ever had not you have your hysterectomy scar?
That's
But
like, ugh.
have you ever had a stopping? We can't continue anymore because of something that she did. Or not? I'm not talking about Sandy. I'm talking about
No, I'm trying to think. No, I haven't. I have cramped up in the middle, which sucks. I've had a hamstring cramp up once. That's not fun. And it's hard to start back when you're like, all right, hold on, wait. And finally, when you get it to let go, you're like, all right, now I can't. it's not easy to get started again after that shit.
I did. As soon as you said that it wasn't hamstring, it was my calf.
Oh.
My calf just balled up like a softball, and I hit the ground, and I'm just.
And your foot just like points too. You're just like shit.
and you know our big ass feet. It goes out straight, and it almost. I used to get them so often. I don't know why, but it almost looked like it looked like my muscle was going to explode.
Oh,
it just
God.
looked that tight and needed to hydrate more, man. Needed to drink some pickle juice.
Can't keep fucking in a sauna, man.
Showers too.
Oh yeah,
Too old for that shit now.
Dude, it's too hard. Okay, that's what pisses me off about movies. Movies make sex in showers look way easier than what it is, and it's like, no, the water makes it worse.
And it
doesn't make shit slide right in.
It gets stuck. It's like, this doesn't feel good at all.
No.
Who the fuck does? I'm hot. Open the shower curtain.
Dude, movies have ruined so many, like, you can't fuck like in the movies. It hurts. I thought my dick was about to break in half. Like, how are you fucking standing up like that? Like, how is your shit like not about to break off?
You know what I just thought of when we were talking about this?
What's up?
Jess told her mom about this show. I think that's a good time. Let's cut it there.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to have a talking to after this one, bro. So please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us new content creators get our feet on the ground and moving. And
Absolutely.
it's free. Just do it. Like right now. We'll
hit that like button, share it, subscribe. All right. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Peace.
Blue suit with a blowout. If you got a body, then you better not go out. All about the